You asked me what you're going to learn here. Well, I'm going to show you what you're going to learn. When in doubt, choke 'em out. And you've got a nice neck for choking.
Hey everyone, as a huge fan of MMA, I've been going back and learning about all the legends of the sport I love, and I want to bring you guys along with me. So today, we're finding out who is... Jean LeBELL didn't stumble into combat sports. He was surrounded by them from the very beginning. He was born in 1932 in Los Angeles, during a time where professional wrestling was the most popular form of live combat entertainment in America. His mother Aileen Eaton was a prominent wrestling promoter who ran events in major venues like the Olympic Auditorium. Jean didn't grow up watching fighters from the stands. He grew up around them, backstage, in gyms and in training rooms, immersed into the world of combat sports long before he ever stepped onto a mat himself. Through his mother's connection to professional wrestling, Jean came into contact with Ed Strangler Lewis, one of the most feared and influential catch wrestlers of the early 20th century. Lewis became an early mentor to Jean, teaching him professional wrestling and catch-style grappling techniques, including control holds, neck cranks, and sleeper holds. By age 7, Jean was already learning how to grapple. By 11, he was training at the Main Street Gym in Los Angeles, one of the most famous boxing gyms in the world. On one occasion, when a sparring partner didn't turn up for practice, Jean was paired up with a young talented boxer. This boxer's name was Sugar Ray Robinson. Jean later admitted that he was well beaten that day. But this was a pattern in his early life: losing, learning, but always coming back. When Jean transitioned into judo, the resistance became more than physical. At the time, judo in the United States was largely insular, and Jean, a white American training in a Japanese martial art, faced open discrimination. Some training partners didn't want him there, and others used training as an excuse to punish him. Jean kept coming back anyway. Day after day, he absorbed everything: the pain, the pressure, but most importantly, the techniques. Despite the hostility, Jean excelled. In 1954, he became the US national judo champion in his weight class before going even further and winning the Grand Championship, an open weight competition between all national champions. That mattered. It wasn't theory and it wasn't demonstration. It was proof that grappling worked against size, strength and resistance. At a time when boxing was considered the pinnacle of real fighting, Jean LeBELL was quietly proving otherwise. In August 1963, Rogue magazine published an article titled "All Judo Bums." The article mocked judo as fake and inefficient, openly challenging any judoka to prove otherwise, with a prize of $1,000 being offered. A friend showed the article to Jean, who was hurting for money at the time, so accepted the offer without hesitation. The fight took place in December 1963 in Salt Lake City, Utah, where Jean arrived assuming he would be fighting the author of the article. Instead, he learned his opponent was Milo Savage, a top 5 ranked professional boxer with 46 wins and 22 KOs. The crowd was a roaring pro-boxing audience gathered with one expectation: to witness a quick and brutal knockout. The bout had no judges and no rounds, with the assumption the fight would end by finish. Most assume in a single punch. But Jean had other ideas. He showed great instincts early in the fight. He stayed just outside of striking range. He blocked an incoming left straight and slipped a right hook, using this opening to step into the clinch. From there, he pressured Savage backwards, forcing him against the ropes, where he executed a textbook judo throw, taking him to the ground. As Savage panicked and tried to scramble free, Jean took his back and applied the rear naked choke, putting him unconscious within seconds. As Jean walked away, he accidentally stepped on Savage's motionless body. The crowd, unfamiliar with sleeper holds, thought that Savage had been killed, and objects were quickly thrown into the ring. But the results were clear. A grappler had defeated an elite striker in a real fight under real conditions. That bout is now widely regarded as the first officially sanctioned mixed martial arts fight in American history. Not an exhibition, not a professional wrestling bout, a real contest between styles. Gene LeBELL didn't just win a fight, he answered a question that combat sports had been avoiding for decades. In doing so, he laid the groundwork that later generations would build upon, earning the nickname Judo Gene and later the godfather of grappling. Gene didn't want to chase championships forever. Instead, he became a teacher. He taught grappling and fighting concepts to figures who helped shape combat sports and popular culture, including Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, and decades later, Ronda Rousey. He wasn't selling mysticism, he taught control, leverage, and reality. In 1976, Gene served as the referee for the Muhammad Ali vs Antonio Inoki bout, another early awkward attempt at style versus style competition, once again showing himself at the edge of MMA history. After competition, Gene transitioned into stunt work and acting. He appeared in dozens of films and television productions, including appearing on screen in The Raging Bull and later contributing to major productions such as Spider-Man 2, training actors to fight safely and convincingly on screen. But Gene's real influence wasn't visible or caught on screen. It lived in martial arts gyms and grappling rooms, in the belief that fighting styles should be tested and not just spoken about. Gene LeBELL finished his professional fighting career with 1 win and 0 losses. That 1 win coming by submission. In terms of achievements, he became a 2-time national level judo champion, won a landmark early mixed martial arts bout, and went on to influence generations of grapplers and combat athletes. Although his professional fight career was brief, Gene's role of bringing judo into early style versus style fights has him firmly based in the history of mixed martial arts. So I actually found out about Gene LeBELL when I was doing the research for the Art Davey video. He mentioned him and I said to myself, who is that? I've heard that name before. And that is the true purpose of this channel. So many times have I done that in the past, and I thought to myself it would be good if there was one place that just made brief videos just recapping the careers of these legends that are always mentioned. And that is Who Is MMA. So I hope everyone's enjoying it. Like always, if you like this video, give it a like, and I'll see you on the next one.